Hey guys, welcome to the third temple of the game, the Water Temple, which is pretty much unanimously agreed to be the hardest temple of the game because it is the most confusing. So you want to head on forward, and we're going to be repeatedly taking on and off the iron boots. So I'm just going to fast forward through that start screen process every time because we do it so many times. It takes so much time out of the video just waiting for it, so I'm going to be fast forwarding through it. Also, you'll notice that on the start screen there is a white blob, and that is because I am recording this on an emulator on my computer, so just ignore it and bear with me. So you want to sink to the bottom of the temple and then head through the corridor that has the two unlit torches in front of it, and this will lead us to a little room where you will find Princess Ruto. Gasp! And it looks like she has still yet to learn that clothing trick, so just ignore that too. In any case, she will tell you that she is your fiancé, which we already knew, and that you are a terrible man for making her wait for 7 long years. And she wants to talk about love and all kinds of stuff like that, because that's what women do. Unfortunately, there's more pressing matters at hand, and so she will tell you that she's going to recruit you to come help her to defeat the boss of the Water Temple. So we're going to be following her around throughout this area. She also mentions that Sheik saved her. She uses the pronoun he, but the true identity of Sheik is a female, so I'm going to be continuing to refer to Sheik as a woman. In any case, you're going to be following Ruto up to the top of here. She tells you to follow her to the top of this area, so we're going to do that here in just a moment. She also mentions that there are 3 places that you can change the water level, and she's going to lead us to the first area. So right here, you want to make note of that crack in the wall there. We'll be coming back here later to deal with that. Once you float up to the very top, you'll finally get up on top of this room, and you'll see that Ruto is nowhere to be found, and you will not see her again until the very end of this temple, so don't go around looking for her. In any case, you want to head into this little door here, and there's a new enemy in here called Spikes, and these guys are, they turn into a spiky form, obviously, once you get close. So you can back up, and you can either use your sword, which is kind of dangerous, or you can use the hook shot. The reason using the sword is difficult is because they will repeatedly turn back into a rock and then turn back into a spike, so they can, they'll do it suddenly, and so they can attack you while you're trying to get close. So once you've defeated them all, this will make a large chest appear. Open it to get the dungeon map. So once you head out of this room, you want to walk over to this Triforce symbol on the wall, this poster thing, whatever you want to call it, and there, if you talk to it, it will tell you that you should play the song of the royal family. So if you remember from earlier in the game, that was Zelda's Lullaby. So we're going to have to play this song for the Triforce symbol, and this will make the water level of the temple change. There are 3 places in the temple where you can change the water level, which Ruto mentioned as well. So you have to find all those places. This is one of them, and we're going to be returning here a couple times in the future, so you should use Pharaoh's Wind, because we just came out of the door up here, and this will make it so we can return to this water level changing area really quickly, so that we can change the water level. You might have to do it multiple times throughout this dungeon. So once you have a warp point in place, you want to hop on down and just roll when you hit the ground so you don't take damage. And you'll see there's a door down here that is barred, and we can need to get through there. There are 2 suspicious unlit torches next to this lit one, so you can either use Din's Fire, or you can shoot an arrow through the flame to light each of the torches. So pretty cool little trick there. So once you've done that, this will open the door. You want to head on inside, and you will see a new enemy in here. So these enemies in here are called shell blades, and these guys, you can walk towards them, they will face towards you, and they will open up their clam-like mouths really quickly. So you want to shoot their soft spot with the quick shot, and this will kill them really quickly before they can do anything. So once you've done that, you want to open the small chest that appears, and this will give you the first small key. So that is it for this room, and this temple seems really confusing, but it's actually pretty simple. You pretty much are just going to be continually heading clockwise around the room. So the next one is going to be this one, just continually just following the wall on your left, and then you will get to the next area. So here you'll come to a funny looking floor that looks a little cracked, a little bubbly, so it's suspicious, and so we're going to lay a bomb on it. So blow it up to reveal some water. So you want to put on the iron boots to sink down. there's another shell blade directly below us. You can use the hookshot underwater, so just Z-target it, sneak closer, and use the hookshot on it. If it does manage to come towards you, you can quickly take off the iron boots and then float to the surface to go over it instead, which is always another option. You can skip that enemy entirely, really. Once you get up to the top, you'll see that there is a switch. You want to step on it. This will raise the water level in this room just a little bit. This will allow the platform, or the statue right above us, to rise up, and then it will reveal a target for us to hookshot onto. So hookshot to the target, this will take us to the next level, and then here there are 2 blue Tektites up here. And for this dungeon, I'm going to be using the Begoran sword because there's not many aerial enemies like keys, and so the Master Sword is better to tackle them with. So because there's a lot of high health enemies, I'm just going to be using the Begoran sword for most of this temple. Once you get over here, you'll see that there is a crystal switch behind here that we need to open. You can use a spin attack to activate it. So once you get back here, there's a gold Skulltula that you need to snag. So cut it down and collect token number 72. So that is it for this room, so work your way back to the main room after you've collected all the goodies in the jars. So heading back to the main room, we're going to continue working our way clockwise around the room, so just follow the left wall. This will take us to the next doorway, and there's a boulder, or a block that needs to be pushed, and so just push it all the way until it falls down into the water and snaps into place. You'll hear the Zelda chime to know that you completed the puzzle. So once you get over there, then you can either equip the iron boots to sink down. I am just going to dive down because it saves time. I hate just pressing start throughout this dungeon, it's so annoying. So I'm just going to hop on in and dive to get through this small area. In this next little room, there's a water geyser thing below, and there's a target so you can get back onto this platform if you mess up. So you want to hit the crystal switch. This will make the geyser, the water spout, whatever you want to call it, it will make it rise up to the ceiling for a moment so you can jump on it to get over to the next platform. Head on through the door, and in this room there is water that is spinning around in this area, and so you want to head over and use your iron boots. You can sink down so that the water won't keep making you move around. So once you're on the body of the dragon statue thing, you want to use your hookshot, and you'll see that there is a crystal switch in the dragon mouth. And so you want to shoot it with your hookshot. This will activate the door across the way. So now you want to use the hookshot on the target to get over onto that platform. And you'll see that there are some shell blades here, and I just want to avoid them entirely, so I'm just going to take off my iron boots and swim past them. So the door closed behind me, and so you want to head up on top of this platform. There's a small chest, open it to get a small key. So you should have 2 small keys at this point. If you don't, then you need to head back and you go in one of those lower rooms that we've passed by already. Now I'm going to hop back into the water, and I'm going to use a bomb so that my timer has a little more time on it, because I don't want to put on the iron boots again. I hate pressing start in this dungeon. It's just so annoying, it takes so long. So I'm going to dive down through here and go through the doorway before it closes, and then now we're going to head back to the main room. Now to head back across the way, you can either shoot the crystal switch and just ride the geyser to get back to the other side, or you can just hookshot to the target that is right on the ledge here and climb up. So once you head through there, you want to head back into the water here, and rather than diving again, you need to use the iron boots because we pushed that block off across the ledge and it was up high. So you'll see in a moment why that is, but we're going to have to use the hookshot to get up because the water level is too high right here. So hookshot up there and get on top of this platform. You'll see that it's because we had to climb up to get into this hallway is why that was too high. So just ignore the spikes and head over to this way. Now we're going to head into the center pillar. So that is it for this video. Join me for the next ones, and we will continue our way through the water temple.